Hi everybody, and thank you for joining us today for this Facebook Live. My name is Mara Levinsky, and I am here with two stars of General Hospital who really need no introduction, but anyway, I am here with Steve Burton, who plays Jason Morgan, and Ms. Kelly Monaco, who plays Sam McCall. And the reason that we are here is that General Hospital has partnered with Clorox for an ABC Daytime First, the release of a capsule collection of special episodes that highlight memorable moments in the history of one of the show's love stories. And it was Jason and Sam who were selected to receive this red carpet treatment.
To pioneer.
Yes.
Pioneers.
Breaking new ground. Now
that
I know
means we're old. We're pioneers.
I know just getting older. I know a lot of fans have been curious to know if this might be the first in a series, and General Hospital doesn't know yet. But the more that people watch and enjoy this collection, the likelier it is that other couples might get collections of their own in the future. Now, the Jason and Sam collection, which is called The Best of Jason and Sam, is 15 episodes that are available in their entirety for free from now through September 30th at abc.com/Jason and Sam, and also streaming on the ABC app.
There we go.
There we go.
Well
The
done.
best of Jason and Sam.
She didn't have a teleprompter.
That was good. Very good.
Thanks,
Mara.
thanks,
Good
friends.
job. Good job.
So we, General Hospital reached out to fans on social media to solicit questions for Steve and Kelly, and we're going to get to a few of those a little bit later. But first, we're going to talk about some of the episodes in the Best of Jason and Sam collection and Steve and Kelly's memories of them. Shady though they may be. And thoughts about them. So I want to start with the very first episode in the collection, which is when Jason and Sam met for the very first time back in 2003.
The handcuffs.
In the ultra romantic.
The interrogation room?
It doesn't get much more romantic than the interrogation room.
Yes, I remember
at
that.
the PCPD. Okay, you do, because I recognize you've shot thousands of scenes since that day, but you do remember.
Well, you know, you try when I came back, I tried to kind of go back and see what we worked together every day for 8 years.
Right.
So I just went, and we did a lot of scenes and a lot of crazy stories. So I wanted to go back and just kind of refresh my memory, and that was one of the scenes that came up, was in the interrogation room, and kind of how everything got kicked off with Jason and Sam.
I still have that jacket.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you wear it today?
I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking clearly. Yeah, I remember. I as well had to go back, and my memory shot a little bit. Even though I haven't left, I still had to go back and remind myself, because we have done so much content.
Yeah.
But the second it started rolling, it all came back to me, and I was like, "Wow, we were really young."
That was the first thing.
We were really young.
Yeah,
I can hear my accent, like my Philadelphia accent, really strong in there, and
I didn't talk much, so it was
didn't.
great. It was amazing.
You were able to conceal your Philly accent.
Yes, absolutely.
Their
100%.
lack of.
You know, that was the kickoff to us working together and kind of starting this relationship, because we were actually in that scene, we were supposed to, I think Scotty Baldwin was trying to get us to turn on each other in that scene. And
Scotty Baldwin.
We decided to work together to pull a fast one on Scotty. So that's kind of how the bond started, and then the whole unraveling of Sonny and the baby, and me taking care of her, and doing the body.
I think that's probably really where it started.
That's really where it started. Correct.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
Yeah, because the characters didn't particularly like each other.
No, there was some animosity in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, with all due respect, I think Sam came in as a grifter, a con artist, and
with all due respect to grifters and con artists.
Yes,
I mean, with the story that was being told. Yeah, there was some friction between the two. I think Sonny wanted off with my head at some point, and somewhere along the line, something had shifted, I guess.
Yeah.
In the storyline, and yes, you became the bodyguard.
Yes.
Well, the one of the earlier episodes in the collection also deals with when Sam was pregnant by Sunny.
Correct.
Sunny had reconciled with Carly, and Jason was wanting to keep the family unit of Sunny, Carly, Michael, and then baby Morgan intact.
Right.
So he said, I will pretend to be the father.
Right.
Not the first time Jason has
I think
pretended.
I changed the paternity results.
You did.
To me, so
Right.
everybody thought it was me, even though
Right.
Sam and me and Sonny knew it wasn't, but, you know, we wanted to protect Sam at the time.
Well, what do you think it is about Jason that makes him repeatedly volunteer to claim a child that is not his
Because
biologically?
he's like a cat. He's got 9 lives.
Well, I have 2 lives. So far I have 2. I have 2 lives.
You got plenty left.
I don't know. I think he's a pretty selfless character, and you know, the whole dynamic was interesting because with Sonny and Carly and protecting them, and you know, taking care of her, and there's just so much going on. And I thought, because when I first came back, that's one of the first scenes I watched was the baby Lila Morgan, and it was just an amazing story, and it was actually a great launching pad for us because it just such an emotional story for everybody. I think for Alexis also, and I just remember that hospital scenes when the baby had died, and it was just so emotional, and everybody was so awesome that kind of launched us into, you know, what Jason and Sam became, sort of, you know.
Well, Callie, I want to ask you about the episode where Jason has to inform Sam that her baby is gone. Just watching it again recently, it's such a
Just gave me the chills
I know,
just
me too.
thinking about it.
What is that? Obviously, you're not Sam, but you have to feel what Sam feels to shoot a scene like that.
You know what? I am not Sam. But I have had my own experience in the past, so I did unfortunately have something to pull from, and I don't think I've ever said this out loud in an interview before, but it was so emotional for me, and because it hit home, because it was something that that was really easy to tap into. It will go down in history for me as my favorite storyline by far that we've told. Not only because I had something to connect to, but everybody stepped up to the plate. Not just Steve, but Nancy was amazing.
Yeah.
Maurice. And it led to the story with Christina and being able to save her. And then it just built a foundation, I think, for the history of all these characters to be emotionally involved with each other. And it just went on a whole different journey. I don't think the writers, the audience, or anybody could have anticipated what was. I don't think we even knew what was going on.
No, because in the beginning, they didn't know that they didn't really have a plan of putting us together.
Right.
So once the bodyguard's story kind of started happening, it was great because there was no pressure for us to become something that they necessarily had a vision of. It was more of us just, you know, we were hardworking actors who wanted to do our best, and we were kind of finding little things, really working on our scenes, and then people started noticing those things, and they're like, oh, well, this is interesting. Let's see what happens.
It's one of the great things about daytime drama.
Right, and that's what happened, you know. So there was no expectations for them, for anybody, and we just worked our stuff and made something of it.
Now, Sam and Jason, it took them a while to get to their first kiss. She was actually tipsy at Nicholas and Emily's wedding the first time they smooched. Were you aware, do you recall, that the audience had started to root for the couple to get together? You were aware of that, even like before Twitter?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Before Twitter, we did these great events down in Disney.
Yeah, Super Soap.
We would have 50,000 of the most amazing fans there.
Yeah.
And we were able to hear a lot of feedback, and generally really positive feedback. So we started
maybe going too fast with stuff, and especially with the relationship. And the one thing that they did, thank God, and what we kind of wanted. We wanted to pace it to make it a build, to make it something special. And we were able to do that with the writers at the time, and it was just it was a great blessing to be able to do that.
One of the episodes in the collection that put a smile on my face to see again, and that I know is a standout for a lot of Jason, is the tequila and dominoes. Now, on paper, it doesn't seem like this is a huge milestone. This is going to be something that's going to be talked about.
This became everything.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yes, I really did spit on Steve in the middle of the scene. It's been a question asked over the years.
She spit on me.
He said it, you just spit on me.
I go, because we're doing it, and it's she plays drunk great, because I'm the worst person to play drunk ever. I actually did a movie where I played drunk and they cut all the scenes out because I was so horrifying. So Kelly was great. So she's drinking tequila and I'm waiting.
No experience at all.
Yeah, right.
Nothing to draw from.
Yeah, nothing. So she's doing it. It was awesome, and she's laughing and having fun, and she's spitting on me. And to me, I see the spit. I see the spit.
I don't think the camera could see.
No, they couldn't. That was the problem, because it was kind of dark because the power was out.
Yeah.
Right, but I kind of saw the spit. And I'm like, they have to be seeing this. It's like coming to my face. And I go, you just spit on me. You're spitting on me, and I thought they would stop, and they didn't stop. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to keep going. And I was just totally out of character.
I think I was like, so,
yeah, I know,
and kept going.
It was awesome. It was so that
it was one of my favorite moments of a joyful scenes that we got to do.
Yeah. But when you have a day like that, do you find yourself thinking, the fans are going to love this, or are you ever surprised by what sparks to the audience?
I didn't know how that would play.
I didn't know. The great thing about it was there was that real moment in there that they didn't stop taping. So I think that kind of was like, that caught me off guard that she was just spitting on my face. So I'm like, okay, she's spitting on me, but it was real and it was fun, and we just kept going, and it was just one of those scenes where they didn't stop tape, and we just made it work, and it became something.
Yeah, it became one of the collection.
It made it into the best of Jason and Sam. And if you hadn't spit, maybe we wouldn't be sitting here today.
Maybe not.
You're absolutely right. If she didn't spit on me, we would not be here.
So another romantic sweet moment was the dance on the rooftop in the rain. I found myself very anxious about the leather jacket getting damaged.
Yes.
You guys did not seem to care about it in the scene. It was like, maybe we'll just replace it.
It was a stunt jacket.
A stunt jacket.
It wasn't my original one, so I'm fine with that.
So do you remember that scene?
I do.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes.
What are the memories? What stands out?
This is gonna sound terrible, but I love the rain, even if it's fake rain, and we really never get rain in LA. So I had no problem having water, getting drenched with water, and I don't know how the candles still stay lit.
It's amazing.
Magic.
TV magic.
The interesting part with that, when he left, we had to recreate that moment, and I had kept that dress.
Wow.
And I was able to bring the dress back. Now they have it for their archives. I'm sure one of you can purchase for some charity or something. I really loved everything about that. I don't know, there's something genuine and cleansing and
cool, and it looks great.
It's cool, yeah.
It looks great on TV, anything in the rain looks good, so.
Well, speaking of rooftops, we have to talk about the proposal, the ring-free proposal, because the ring went flying off
over the balcony. Yes,
thanks so much,
I remember those scenes.
That's when I got a lug nut.
Yeah.
Yes, the lug nut that magically fit your
finger.
What
a dummy!
It never fit my finger. I think she wore it around her neck. Right,
yeah, it's so funny. Oh my gosh!
A ring on a string.
It's funny.
All right, so obviously that's a standout moment for Jason and Sam fans, and is a part of the collection. What do we remember other than the maxi scenes about that day and the lug nut? Did you have a chuckle when you saw in the script that was going to be the ring?
It's just, I guess it's what I didn't even know if it. He couldn't just run to the store.
or run down the like